Next, in this session of truth, we will talk about Lot. What kind of descendants did Lot have? Lot was Abraham's nephew. That is, the son of Abraham's brother. So he was Abraham's nephew. Then his descendants were the Moabites and Ammonites. He was with his 2 daughters. And they fled from Sodom with his 2 daughters. After escaping, Lot was very afraid of the local people, so he went to live in the mountains, dwelling deep in the mountains, hiding away. But living in the mountains meant there were no people around. His daughters grew up, but there were no people to interact with. According to worldly customs, they should have arranged marriages for their daughters, marrying off Lot's daughters, but they couldn't do it because they lived in the mountains, in a desolate, uninhabited place, nowhere near any human settlement. So these 2 daughters one day thought to themselves, "Our father, he is getting old, and he hasn't arranged for us to marry anyone according to normal custom. Now let's get our father drunk with wine, and then sleep with him, so we can have children through our father." And so, on the first night, Lot's older daughter brought wine to her father, and he got drunk. Then Lot's daughter slept with her father. Thus, when the daughter slept with her father, the father didn't know anything, completely unaware, because he was drunk. Later, indeed, his daughter slept with her father on the first night. On the second night, the older daughter said, "I slept with my father last night. Tonight, you go and sleep with him." So on the second night, the younger daughter also slept with her father. Thus, both daughters became pregnant by Lot. After both daughters slept with Lot, again pregnant, the son born to her eldest daughter is named Moab, and the younger daughter, the son born, was named Ammon, who became the ancestor of today's Ammonites. The older daughter's son was named Moab, the ancestor of today's Ammonites. Therefore, the Moabites and Ammonites are descendants of Lot. Moab and Ammon were 2 nations, both descended from Lot. This is how the account goes. That brother or sister will say, "How could a father sleeping with his daughters not be considered sinful?" At that time, the law of Moses had not yet been given, so they didn't know it was a sin. Since the law of Moses hadn't been given, no, people just don't know it's a sin. However, since these 2 daughters had no husbands, this is how the Moabites and Ammonites came to be. Yet the Moabites and Ammonites should be considered relatives of the Israelites. But later, the Moabites and Ammonites opposed God, and also opposed the Israelites, continually attacking Israel. In the future, the spiritual Moab, the spiritual Ammon, also opposes the nation of the brothers of Heber, as prophesied in the book of the prophet Daniel. Spiritual Moab. All the spiritual Ammonites are aligned with the great evildoers, attack spiritual Israel. Thus Israel will be at enmity with Moab and Ammon. That's how this passage is explained. Now let's move on and look at how things were with Abraham. Abraham always referred to his wife as his sister. Thus his wife Sarah was very beautiful. She was very beautiful, so she was taken by a local king. This king was named Abimelech. Saw that Sarah was very beautiful. He took her away, wanting to make Sarah his wife. Brothers and sisters, look. Now, Sarah was already 90 years old, yet she was still taken by Abimelech. It seems Sarah truly was very beautiful. At the age of 90, she was still desired by a king. Then, that very night, God appeared to King Abimelech in a dream, and said to Abimelech, "You are a dead man. The woman you have taken is another man's wife." Then God continued, "If you do not return this woman to Abraham, I will kill you." God warned Abimelech in this dream. So Abimelech returned Sarah to Abraham the next morning. Moreover, he had not touched Sarah. After returning Sarah to Abraham, he also gave him a large compensation, a great amount of silver, to Abraham. What does this story teach us? God's people are guarded by God. God's people, wherever they go, God will protect them. If anyone harms God's chosen people, the person promised by God, God will warn them even in dreams. And if they refuse to listen, God will destroy them. Because God must protect his people. Glory be to the Father and the Lord.